Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Yawa of the Day. And I'm Kwadwo Sheldon. The head is big for a reason.
This one be the Yawa of the Day.
This one be the proper Yawa of the Day. Kwadwo Sheldon is the Yawa of the Day today. We they come like he did a chopping board up. We they come chop him. You know, from yesterday till this morning. I mean, the whole day, Twitter has been very slippery. Twitter has been very if you step somewhere where you no step or you go forward and you will be cooked. Things they happen. KalyJay is in it. Kwadwo Sheldon is in it. And then His Excellency, the former president, John Dramani Mahama, is in our news today. Ladies and gentlemen, let us cook. So yes, as I mentioned from the beginning, things they happen. Right from yesterday. You know, yesterday the NDC launched a certain, something very beautiful yesterday. Yeah, they call this one Youth Manifesto. So it happened yesterday at Oekura. Kofi Ohene Kunadu Auditorium, UPSA. Yeah, it happened for UPSA, and then a lot of youth were there. The program was actually beautiful. And of course, KSS events were there. Kwadwo Sheldon studios were there to cover the event.
Hey, how are you? Take it. Hold on.
I was like, oh wow, this is beautiful. Because already Kwadwo Sheldon has made a stance. The guy make his stance to raise it. Even though sometimes he go come cook the government for certain things we know to go on well. But he has made a stance clear that not there. So I was quite surprised to see that. But then later on, he posted that it was an official invite, which I have kept on the screen. Invitation card, NDC Youth Manifesto launch. Date, 12 August 2024. Time, 10 a.m. Venue, Kofi Ohene Kunadu Auditorium, UPSA. Theme, Empowering Tomorrow, Voices of the Future. Kwadwo Sheldon Studio, special guest. So yes, he had an invite to go and cover that particular event. And then it happened. Right after that, in the evening, another event happened, which they call, I know, my friend say, Town Hall Conversation with John Mahama. That one happened for Bukom Boxing Arena, 6 p.m. yesterday, 12 August 2024. That one also Empowering Tomorrow, Voices of the Youth. Yesterday was is it World Youth Day or National Youth Day or something like that. So yes, the NDC took advantage of that and they did something very beautiful. And then I traveled to Accra. I returned yesterday. There was something I observed on the way. You know, it be election time, so a lot of billboards and things, then they mount a lot of stuff. I saw the NVC having a lot of youth pieces, very young parliamentary candidates. And personally, I was really impressed. Now let us get into the actual story. So yesterday, after the NDC Youth Manifesto launch, the only issues that came from there was the first year academic fees, which was the NDC had planned to make it free. Yes, that was the conversation that was going on around the internet. Say NDC, they can make tertiary first year academic fees was to be free for everyone if they win the elections. That was the conversation until later on this image popped up on the internet. That is Jimmy sitting there, KalyJay on Wezo TV, Town Hall Conversation with John Mahama. People were like, hey, finally, Washeni Jesse, this will be proper number 10. He wearing Jesse, so finally we see him. You know, people actually believe that KalyJay is neutral and he has been fighting for the betterment of the country, for the betterment of the youth and stuff. But some people also believe, no, this guy, he get political Jesse, but he no one wear him. He hide behind the referee Jesse. You are like, or run a referee at Adiana NDC Jesse Shassie. That be the conversation where they go. So as this picture pop up now, people start the cook up. You know, chair. And then this video also came up.
The popularly known as KalyJay, I'm a digital influencer. I'm a chef on Twitter. I cook politicians and all that.
Honestly, I don't go lie. The first time I watched the video when KalyJay said he's a chef, I actually believed him. I thought KalyJay was actually a professional chef, but he said he cook politicians on Twitter.
Yeah. So I have two questions. One is about the brain drain in the country. Ghana at the moment, you have a very youthful population, and most of the youth are leaving the country. They are all going to the UK and the United States, Europe, trying to find jobs because and we're told that the payroll is full and there are no jobs in the country. I've seen the 24-hour economy. I've done my research, and I think it's a brilliant policy, by the way. But aside that, what other policies are being put in place to reduce the brain drain? And also the second thing is, a lot of us keep saying that all politicians are friends. So what is the assurance that if you are elected into office again, politicians and people that have been heavily involved in state capture will be prosecuted and put behind bars?
Thank you very much. And KalyJay, I've heard your name. Yeah, my son Sharaf has spoken about you several times. But thank you very much for what you do. Like, you see, migration itself is not a bad thing, but it must be organized migration. And so if you look at countries like Philippines, they have organized migration. And so what they do is they give their young people skills training in hospitality, in nursing, home care, in seafaring, in so many other vocations. And they organize and export them to other countries. You know how much Philippines makes every year from organized migration? $30 billion. $30 billion a year. And so migration of professionals is not entirely a bad thing, but it must happen in an organized manner. And that's why at one point I said that people will leave anyway, but we must create the situation in which when they leave, it is organized departure. And so, for instance, if we have nurses and there's an excess of them and we cannot immediately find them employment, there are countries that are prepared to accept them on short-term work abroad contracts. And so we can sign agreements with those countries and say, look, we're going to send you this number of nurses for 2 years or 3 years. Apart from the fact that they'll go earn an income, be able to remit it back home, they also will go and add to their skills in those countries and come back even better prepared than before. And so, if you go to a country...
So, make a cut short there. KalyJay spoke about the brain drain, asking people, Uncle Fuad Jackpot, too much. People, they travel a lot. And then his second one was about prosecuting corrupt government officials. Those were the two questions he asked. So, as people were like, wow, what the questions? Wow. They're like, oh, KalyJay be intelligent. The questions he asked were really, really intelligent. And then people were also like, as he beats the question, your mama said, oh, KalyJay, I've heard about you. My son Sharaf has spoken about you several times, and he thank you for what you have been doing. Like something like people were like, so is John Mahama thanking KalyJay for campaigning for the NDC, or what is actually happening? So like the cooking on KalyJay was not that much. There were people, a lot of people were actually on the side supporting him then things. Until Kwadwo Sheldon made a tweet. Kwadwo Sheldon made a tweet and he was like, oh, people are able to take stands. People are able to wear their jersey and say that they belong to this particular political party. But immediately, Kwadwo Sheldon, decides to take a stand. People would like to cook him then. He says he understands. He is him. That is why people move to him anyhow. Anytime he states that this is where he belongs. But then why are people not cooking Jai-Jimmy? Because of where he belongs. So after that, then a lot of, like, that was when the timeline began to hit. Then Kwadwo Sheldon made a very bold statement. I was shocked. But now I should say Sheldon delayed that message, that tweet. But I get time for here. This is what he said. Someone actually made a tweet at JDM and said, your so-called influencers can go for NDC programs without stress, but it be Kwadwo Sheldon way no go fit support MPP. Aye, yate. Then Kwadwo Sheldon quoted that tweet and said, you know what be funny about this? They invited me for the Bukom thing on condition that they will give me question to ask John Dramani Mahama. Said it's either my personal then I told them it's either my personal questions or nah. Be like they weren't interested in that, so I played FIFA. Let me repeat what Kwadwo Sheldon said. You know what be funny about this? They invited me for the Bukom thing on condition that they will give me a question to ask JDM. Said it's either, and then I told them, said it's either my personal questions or nah. Be like they weren't interested in that, so I played FIFA. So that one has to do with the Bukom Arena. I mean, the town hall conversation with the youth. What Kwadwo Sheldon is trying to say is that they sent him an invite, but rather told him that they are going to give him a paw. Them go rep the question, give and say, oh, if you go ask former President JDM Mahama what is 1 + 1. That be why Sheldon they talk. So Sheldon told them, nah, it is either I ask my own questions or no. So Sheldon said, I guess they weren't interested, so I played my FIFA. He's trying to say that they didn't get back to him, so he decided to play FIFA and sleep. So from there, then people were like, Then that is why I'm quoting. These are not my words. These are the words of people on Twitter. Then that is why JDM or KalyJay was able to ask that very intelligent question. People are like, no. JDM no go fit stand up there and ask John Dramani Mahama that very intelligent question. He be question with them, drive, give him say, oh, if you go like rebaba, di baba, okwa bisa John Dramani Mahama this question. Hi, Ghana. December, no, not December. From now to the elections, Annie rather. If you are not familiar with this particular thing that I've said, then you are very young. Could force it. Ghana, Annie rather. So it continued. Now, when it happened to this guy, General Buhari, he did Twitter. He was like, one of the political neutral influencers called Kwadwo Sheldon rejected to join the NDC Youth Manifesto launch. According to reports, John Dramani gave everyone they invited a predetermined question to ask, make it easier for Dramani to answer, since he already had the answers to all the questions, which limited the invitees' ability to ask real questions. Due to this, Kwadwo Sheldon declined to join the launch since he didn't want to be part of already planned questions and answers event. First of all, I don't know why General Buhari tweeted this, because the Youth Manifesto launch Kwadwo Sheldon events was there. He had the invite for that one. Kwadwo Sheldon actually posted it and he attended. No, his team represented in that event. So that one there, he did lie. And also Kwadwo Sheldon quoted that and said, no, I'm not neutral, my guy. I support the MPP. Clear! What funny JC Ashe? So now when Kwadwo Sheldon posted that tweet that they gave him questions to ask, somebody said people under the comment section might think Sheldon is telling lies, but it's true. I have friends who have been voicing out on this same shit. Sometimes you can't ask personal questions on political grounds. Then Kwadwo Sheldon said, bro, I'm not lying on anyone for shit. Mao, this is exactly what I was told. That's why I no go for the event, cause I no way you they come set questions for dingo. So it was after that, then Madugu, I think he is, what be his name self? What be his name self? NDC National Youth Wing as Deputy Director for Press and Media Relations actually posted this. He said, Kwadwo Sheldon is a balanced liar. Please excuse my earlier misspelling of Bukom. This was the only time I reached out to him for an invitation. We did not have any planned calls or other forms of communication because I called and he couldn't pick up. And due to the delayed response from his office, we were unable to extend our invitations to him. So Benjamin Madugu said they weren't able to invite the invitation to Sheldon because there was a delayed response from Sheldon's team. They tried to reach out to him on a call. It was to no avail. They didn't reach him. So it isn't like they gave Sheldon questions to go and ask at the event and then Sheldon refused to ask those questions. That is why the Sheldon was not given the invite. No, that is not what the NDC communication officer said. Now, the guy provided a screenshot of the conversation they had with Sheldon, and I can confirm to this, yes, that is actually Kwadwo Sheldon's display picture on WhatsApp, his DP on WhatsApp. I have his number, and this is a conversation with Sheldon. So he was like, hello, boss. Then this is an automatic reply. Welcome to Kwadwo Sheldon Studios Limited. Business hours, Monday to Fridays, 9 blah, blah, blah. Then Madugu said, my name is Madugu with the NDC National Youth Wing as Deputy Director for Press and Media Relations. Been trying to reach you to extend an invitation for the event with President John Mahama Monday at 6 p.m. at the Bukom Arena for an open conversation. He actually called Sheldon on WhatsApp also, and Sheldon could not answer. Then the PA who responded to a message said, I will let him know and revert. He said, okay, we'll be waiting on your feedback because the event is today. Madu said this was the only conversation he had with Kwadwo Sheldon. He said this was the only conversation that he had with Sheldon. In fact, Jajimi made other tweets like plenty things happen. I don't know we go talk Adia Bechen. Sack Nation for no so namanchen. Like Sack Nation for no so. Ladies and gentlemen, This one maybe I'll go bring part 2 because it's something good so kindly subscribe, put your post notification bell on, and let us keep on cooking. I am out. Bye bye.